Yeah, basically after that six with Woody, got up to 90 pitches, and I just felt that we had 9 outs, and then we can use a rested bullpen, and so we have 6 guys out there available, and 7 guys at that point actually, and with Diaz, I wanted to get Louis, who's been very good against right-handers, and then the 2 lefties. JP was a good matchup. I like JP against the 2 lefties, and gets a ball off his glove that was going to be at the shortstop, but hit off his glove and then gets the next lefty. And at that point in time, I wanted to make the righty beat us. And so when you get Yadier up there, I just felt I'd rather take Joe against any right-hander, and he's been dominant against right-handers. And so I think that for me, obviously Yadi's a great hitter, clutch hitter, but the way that Joe throws a baseball against right-hand hitters, that was a decision I chose to make.
It wasn't like he kind of scored that
No,
ball.
it was a broken bat off the end of the bat, and found some outfield grass. So it's not hard contact, but obviously it got the job done. But it was a pitch that was up, a slider that was up in the zone. That he took advantage of.
When you're making decisions like that, I'm guessing you look more at sort of the overall scope of what Joe's done instead of like the specific matchup.
Yeah, and I think that he's faced numerous great right-hand hitters, and since he's gone to this role as a guy in the pen, he's dominated them. So, and you look at this season and what he's done and earned the right to pitch towards the back end of the game, and he's been great in this situation. So I'd take him 10 times over in that situation.
The slider that he's developed, the reason?
That is it. That's it. And it's he's fastball command, and his slider to right-hand hitters is lethal. And tonight he gave a couple hits to the right-hander, but it just hasn't played out that way. He's dominated him.
Coleman's status after.
And Coleman just kind of got him in a good spot. So yeah, he's fine.
What was Leak doing to be so effective?
I think Leak just does what Mike does. Changes speeds, works both sides of the plate, cutter, change, curveball, and keeps the ball down. And really couldn't get anything going. And Corey took a great swing on a ball that he went opposite way on, and was our only offense tonight.
Dave, you got to be happy 2 out of 3 with the Redbirds.
Yeah, I mean, they're that's a good club over there. Really, I mean, I think that they're starting to play better, but they're a good club, and so I think that to win any series is a good thing. But you look at what Woody did today, Alex, and throwing the ball so well and getting out of a big spot there in the 6th, and he had 9 outs away, but don't want to take anything away from Woody's outing because over the last 5 outings he's been rock solid.
Dave, a lot of guys in the last homestand were slumping offensively. Corey and Adrian have broken out this trip. Why do you think they've had such success in this homestand?
Yeah, well, Adrian, first off, he's gonna when he starts to he's impatient, and these guys show that they don't want him to beat him, and so he's walking, pitching around him. But he's gonna find a way to get hits and be productive. But yeah, Corey's he's learning the league, and I think that he's been a little bit more patient and getting good pitches to hit. And with the strength that he has and the swing that he has, if he gets a strike, he's going to be able to do some things. So it's really good to see. And if we get those guys going and everybody else around, we'll be fine.
They looked like Puig that at bat in the 7th. It looked like he really laid off a lot of those pitches that were basically chasing the last time. It looked like a great batting going around it out.
It was. And I think that as far as the process with Yasiel, if he continues to conduct professional at-bats and, lay off pitches like that and get pitches in the zone. And, I mean, he just missed hitting a homer today as well, So if he continues to do things like that, then he'll get his hits and he'll be productive. Certainly, it was a good at-bat.
Emotional series with the Angels coming in 4, 2 here, 2 there. What are you looking for in this series?
Just to kind of build off winning a series. I think that, you don't want to get too down losing a game like this. And, you got a new team coming in and they're banged up a little bit, but there's a lot of familiarity. So we got to go out there and pitch well and play good defense, and, we'll be fine.
It was your rotation starting to, remember people talk about Clayton pitch well and then be some struggles. It seemed like you started to develop some momentum in your starting rotation.
I do. That's the thing is a couple times through the turn, the guys are giving us quality innings, quality outings, and we're starting to sync up. Offense is coming around, the starting pitching, the pen. I mean, things are kind of tracking the way we would expect. But it definitely is, as I've said all along, you win, over the long haul with starting pitching, and it's nice to see that.
Well, what did you hear just from Ryu's rehab start today?
I heard he threw 2 innings, and it went well, and ended up throwing 10 extra pitches in the pen, and I think velocity got up to 86-ish, something like that. So, but he came out of it pretty optimistic. So.
Should he be at 86 at this point, coming back from shoulder surgery?
I don't know. I don't know where velocity. I just know that our training staff we're content with that. We're happy with that. We're fine with that. And so his next start will be 45 pitches, and I'm sure the velocity will continue to creep up.